Mr. Secretary, first of all, I have a number of questions, but I'd like to submit them for the record where we can move on. But I'd like for you to discuss what you can in this setting, as a public setting, dealing with Iran and also North Korea, what you can do.
Yes, sir. In regards to Iran, they continue their malign activities across the region. Assad is still in power today, still murdering his own people, and still creating refugee flows that we've not seen before based on the support out of Iran. Without it, he would have fallen to his own people's revolt against him. At the same time, we see Iran's activities from Yemen to Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, obviously up into Lebanon, and it continues apace. We have not seen any drawdown or reduction in Iran's malicious activities and malign activities across the region. At the same time, we have walked away from the JCPOA because we found it was inadequate for the long-term effort. And this was something that was probably noted by the Senate several years ago when the Senate did not endorse it as a treaty. So we will work with our allies and try to bring Iran back into more responsible behavior, at the same time addressing all 5 of the threats that Iran constitutes. The nuclear issue, which is foremost, certainly the terrorism issue that I just cited, the ballistic missile efforts they have, cyber attacks they've been conducting, and then the threats to international commerce, whether it be out of the Red Sea, where we have seen it most recently, or back up in the Persian Gulf, where it has relented over the last several months. So that's basically where we're at vis-a-vis Iran.
What's the upside of breaking out of the agreement with Iran, and what's the downside as you see it?
Yes, sir. I believe what's happened is the President could not affirm as required that this agreement was being lived up to and in the best interest in all aspects of what was supposed to be happening under the JCPOA. In that regard, there was a bona fide, as you know, it was not a hasty decision. The administration's been in place for over a year, and for over a year we have attempted to work with allies to address the shortcomings on it. So I think we now have the opportunity to move forward to address those shortcomings and make it more compelling. So that effort is underway already with Secretary of State, Secretary of Treasury, and others working the issue.
You want to get into North Korea?
With North Korea, sir, certainly their capability concerns us on the military side. However, we see there is some reason for optimism. We said all along this was a diplomatically led effort, backed up by military force. But for right now, Secretary Pompeo is airborne, bringing home the 3 released American citizens as we speak. They've launched out of Pyongyang on their way back to the United States. And I think there is reason for some optimism that these talks could be fruitful.